Good evening everyone. Good evening Mister. I'm Dinda Bawa from 6F class. In this occasion I would like to presentation my research proposal named the correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMPN 4 Sukawati. Start with the background of study. Reading is a key language skill that has long had a significant place in the teaching and learning of foreign language. In addition to this statement, by reading the student will be smarter and creative. According to Brazel and Rasinski, 2008, page 18, state reading comprehension is the ability to take information from written text and do something with it in a way. Most teachers believe that reading is a straightforward and passive process in which students absorb words in a sequential order and internalize their meaning at that time. According to Wainwright, 2006, page 33, state that vocabulary is an important factor in reading. The more a person memorizes vocabulary, the better her or his language will be. Mastering vocabulary helps the student change to speak, listen, read, and write. Next to the research problem. Is there any significant correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMPN 4 Sukawati in academic year 2022-2023? Next, objective of study. The researcher wants to find out the significance of correlation between students' vocabulary mastery and student reading comprehension of SMPN 4 Sukawati in academic year 2022-2023. And I continued with the limitation of study. In the study, the researcher focused on the correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMPN 4 Sukawati. The researcher simply limit this research only to vocabulary mastery in the content word, including nouns, verbs, adverbs, and adjectives used in descriptive paragraph, especially in describing animal, which consists of an identification, description, and conclusion. Significance of study. In this study, the researcher focused on the correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMPN 4 Sukawati. Besides, the findings are expected to provide both theoretical and practical significance. Theoretically, the result of this research is expected to help in doing or conducting something related to vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension as a source or information. Definition of key term. The researcher provides a clear operational definition in comprehending this study and clarifies the terms used in the present study. It could lead to the definition that the research needs to focus on the research. This operational definition can be used as a reference in confining the complexity of the present study related to the key term. Chapter 2. Theoretical Review. Theoretical review contains a theoretical framework to strengthen decision from the present study as a summary of the literature. These theoretical reviews are very important to support the present research. They are elaborate as follows: vocabulary mastery and reading. Reading comprehension. Reading is one of the main skills in English. This skill is the important thing to master for the people around the world, especially for the students who learn English. The most natural activity in the world, reading is useful for understanding a text that has been read. It's good things to practice student comprehension. According to the Best on Harmer, 2001, page 80, reading texts also provide opportunities to study language such as vocabulary, grammar, punctuation, and the way we construct sentence, paragraph, and text. And next to the vocabulary mastery, the vocabulary of language always changes and grows. According to Blackwowicz and Ogley, 2008, page 178, state that vocabulary is a reflection of our knowledge and experience and of our social interaction. It means that the vocabulary has the important role in the understanding the language for the learner, especially the student who learn English in school. Student will be easier in learning language because the rule of vocabulary. And next, with the empirical review. The first research was conducted by Ronayasa 2018 entitled The Correlation Between Student Vocabulary Mastery and the Student Ability in Reading Comprehension that at the 10th grade student in academic year 2017-2018, the objective of the research was to find out the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and the student ability in reading comprehension. According to the research finding, it could be found that there was a strong correlation between vocabulary mastery and student ability in reading comprehension. Hypothesis. It is focused on the relationship between two different variables studied in this research. According to Singh's 2006, page 54, hypothesis is defined as the tentative solution of the problem. The hypothesis is needed to predict the existence or non-existence of a relationship. In this present study, the researcher used a hypothesis to predict the relation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension. The researcher is constructed in the following statement. HA. There is significant correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8 students of SMP and Patsukawati in academic year 2022-2023. And HO, there is no significant correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMP and Patsukawati in academic year 2022-2023. And then next with the chapter 3, research design. In the study, it can be concluded that ex post facto with the correlation design is a type of research that is intended to look at the relationship between two or more variables. In this research, the researcher is concerned about two variables. They are vocabulary mastery as a dependent variable, or X, and reading comprehension as an independent variable, or Y. Furthermore, this research is conducted because the researcher wants to determine whether there is a significant correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMP and Patsukawati in academic year 2022-2023. And next with the population sample. In the present study, the researcher decided to choose the 8th grade student of SMP and Patsukawati as the population of the study, which consists of 8 classes with a total of 304 students. The researcher will use random sampling by lottery system to choose the sample. According to Airy et al., 2010, page 145, random sampling is the most frequently used in educational research conducting this present research. Next, research instrument. For the research instrument or tool that can be administered to collect the data, the present study instruments are in the form of matching closed procedure tests and short answer tags. The use of matching closed procedure test is to measure the student vocabulary mastery. Meanwhile, short answer tags is used to gather the data concerning reading comprehension of the 8th grade student of SMP and Patsukawati. Data analysis. In the research collecting a variety of data observation, the first was determined by the result of the pre and post test. The second came as a result of the questionnaire. The data was evaluated using the mean score method for pre-test and post-test. The total score was divided by the total number of participants under investigation to arrive at the mean score. And the last is success indicator. In the subject of the study already meets the minimum criteria for acquiring reading comprehension, It means it is considered a success signal in the study. If all subjects receive the minimum passing mark, classroom action research was a success in the academic year 2022-2023. It's all about my presentation for today. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.